is going on? It is 2/2/22, a new moon, a new year, lunar new year. Welcome to the Inner Circle podcast. I am your host, Charlie, with my best girlfriend, Melanie. What's going on?
Hello, how are you? You look a little tan.
Do I now? Is that the lights?
No. How was your
Yeah,
weekend?
my weekend was great. I do look a little tan because I got back from Jamaica
Hmm.
yesterday. We were supposed to have, let's start off the show since we are like talking about Jamaica. We were supposed to have a bonus episode, but down while we were down in Jamaica, but Mercury retrograde, I keep blaming Mercury retrograde, wanted to show its ass because literally, guys, first of all, we don't like to be like that podcast that just cancels on a whim or it doesn't let you guys know what's going on, whatever. We definitely promoted it. We definitely wanted to do it. But as Melanie knows, my laptop had a mind of its own, right? I'm like hitting you up
It
like
was like it's like I'm taking a break. I'm on vacation, and so are you.
literally. Then New York shit was going on over here with the snowstorm.
Mm-hmm.
The Wi-Fi kind of sucked down there. I've been traveling places thinking like, oh yeah, the Wi-Fi's gonna be great. Just because it's a hotel, nah. I gotta get that out my mind. It's not always gonna work. But
It's
yeah, it
not
was
that
great.
it's not that American speed, honey.
Nope.
Um, I'm glad to hear that. I had a lovely time dog
Dog
sitting.
sitting. Jinx. Yes, yes. Gizmo came back in one piece. He's well. Um, but how was your weekend? Dog
It
sitting.
wa it was good. It was relaxing. I just hung out with Gizmo. I had the place to myself, and because everybody went on vacation, so
That was the weekend, right?
well that and it was really nice to just lounge and just catch up on shows and TV and stuff. So
Anything you
and
caught up
Gizmo was
on?
a good he was a good cuddle buddy. I caught up with Euphoria. Have you watched Euphoria on
Listen,
HBO Max?
listen. First of
It's
all, yeah, I have HBO Max.
insane.
But the things, it's funny how you bring up Euphoria. So crazy you bring it up because this weekend I seen a lot of posts, or just in general, people posting like watching Euphoria makes me want to go to the bathroom and take a bump and have sex. I'm like, what?
Whoa,
No,
no,
I
that
swear to
shit.
God, these are the
Sometimes, like
statuses.
some of the episodes, well, a lot of the episodes, they make me so uncomfortable, and it makes me like, wow, these young ass kids are having like a lot of sex and like doing hardcore drugs. Like the main character, not to give anything away, but she's like just doing fucking heroin, like nothing. Like this is the fucking 90s grunge
Isn't
era.
Zendaya something in there?
Zendaya, she's the main character, so she's like a drug addict. But it's a good show. I was watching that, and then I was trying to watch like shit on Netflix, like El Ganador, that Nicky Jam doc, or not documentary, but the thing loosely based on his life. I know it came out a while ago, but I
Yeah,
just
I
decided
watched
to
it.
start watch it.
It was
It
pretty
was
good.
good, but yeah, all in all, it was the type of weekend where you just stay home and like relax because the weather was dreadful and it still is. I
It's
hate
good. Yeah.
how the snow is like that dirty snow where it's like
Hmm.
covered in dirt and like grime. Luckily tomorrow, well tonight and tomorrow it's gonna rain
And yeah,
all
and it's
day.
mild out. And it's kind of mild. Like today was
Hmm.
mild as fuck. I'm like, this
It
is the
was
shit
like
that makes me
43.
sick. Like
Oh, and I watched Royal Rumble. I only seen the part where Bad Bunny came on, but that
I
was
thought those were old clips
entertaining.
from last year. I didn't know he's back to the
I
wrestling.
thought that too, and then when I seen that we watched it and I saw him come out, I was so excited. But fuck Brock Lesnar. That's all I gotta say. Anyway,
But no, it was a fun weekend, definitely. And I'm serious, guys, because I'm sure there's some people like that motherfucker. I did not plan my trip around the snow. I'm not that freaking powerful. I'm not Mother Nature's best friend. It just so happens that the East Coast got dumped with a bunch of snow.
you
The
lucky
day,
your flight didn't
the
get
day
canceled.
right before I left. Yo, I was nervous because again, I read my horoscopes and all that stuff, and I do take Mercury and all these retrogrades into consideration. So the fact that my horoscope's telling me like, oh yeah, you're gonna travel most likely at the end of the month, but then Mercury retrograde in general is talking about delays and all that stuff. I'm like, fuck. But it was a pretty smooth flight. Everything worked out fine for me, anyways. Anyways,
Yeah,
moving
can't
on.
say the same.
But while we were away this weekend, a lot of things was coming on. We was texting back and forth like shit, like all this, good stuff is coming up. First of all, congratulations to actually a few people. Congratulations to this. Let's first start off with someone who hasn't had a kid. So that's a big congrats to Miss Riri, my Pisces sister Rihanna. Congratulations to her and I guess her boyfriend ASAP Rocky.
That is her boyfriend. They've been
I
together
know it
since.
is her boyfriend, but ASAP, I guess he's big to some people, but
I love ASAP
whatever.
Rocky.
Like
I love
Rihanna's
ASAP
Rihanna.
Mob.
ASAP is like, oh, well, just another rapper. Seriously, that's how I feel. He's just another rapper, and just like oversaturated rappers, all these little things and little Duvals and this and that, and party
I
next to.
like. He's not. I don't think he's influential, but he did
That's yeah.
bring a lot of fashion to the hood. Like a lot of people dress. A lot of people, especially because he's from Harlem, they dress and aspire to dress or be like him.
Oh, he's from New
So,
York. Never mind.
and
You
I,
got some points.
yeah, he's from Harlem, and he actually like. I've always liked him. I think he's always been cool. I mean, I know his ex girlfriend Chanel Iman. She
I
says
don't
she
dislike him. I don't dislike him. Just
he's better than
yeah.
Chris Brown. She could be having a kid with Chris Brown. Let's think about that.
I do like Chris Brown's music though.
I love his music. I don't know as a
I don't like.
father.
Yeah, I don't. I don't. I wouldn't want Chris Brown.
Maybe I mean he's changed. I feel, but yeah,
Yeah.
he is a fashionista, which is like he's a model too. I think he was one of the first. He's the first black model that like modeled for like someone for a famous fashion house, or like he was featured in a magazine, and they've known each other for years. They just made it official that they started actually dating
Yeah.
last
They've
year,
known
I
each other for
believe.
years. Yeah, they there was rumors years ago that they were kicking it, and I do feel they were kicking it. But then, they did their thing separately. Rihanna started dating that billionaire. He did whoever. Actually, did you see that video of him?
Who?
Of ASAP
Wait,
rapping with some white bang. I guess he has a thing for white girls too. And this particular video, he was
wait, there's a video? What was he doing in the
Twitter's your best
video?
friend. Or
Send me the
yeah,
video.
definitely. It was that. I can't keep up with who's getting hit. One was the other one was Trey. Confusing Trey Songs.
Trey
Trey
Songz,
Songs was
yeah.
the one that was getting head spitting on the girls' mouth. ASAP Rocky was,
Ooh, I need to see
and
that.
I can see why Rihanna's happy and now she's pregnant. So congratulations to our girl Rihanna. She was glowing. Like she was
She
totally
looks
glowing.
amazing. But I just
Yeah.
want to say, like, people are going, like, they're going to be great parents. They look good. That baby's going to be gorgeous. But, like, people were doing the most, like, planning fucking baby shower events. And, oh my God, why did she do it under the train station? Mind your fucking business. Who
Mind you,
cares?
she's rich, bitch, and she's not doing all this extra stuff that us regular civilians are doing with our extra baby showers that we be doing, running ourselves broke to the ground. 'Cause I
Exactly.
want to be extra.
Focus on your baby daddies. Mind your business.
But a big congrats to Rihanna. Now I guess congrats to your boy who we were talking about. Another one expecting a baby.
For the seventh child, Nick Cannon. So, unfortunately, Nick Cannon lost recently. I think
It was back in
towards the end of
December.
last year, he lost his youngest child, who was only 2 months old, I believe. So I guess
Yeah.
this is considered a rainbow baby because now he announced that his girlfriend and him are expecting another child.
So this is the same girl that he lost a kid with,
I
or
don't know. I
another
can't keep
girl?
up.
I
I
think it's
can't
another
keep up.
girl though. But
Oh,
okay, so we were
Lord.
talking before the show, and I know for the people who don't know what a rainbow baby is, a rainbow baby. If you want to explain, Melanie, you being a woman, maybe you want to explain whatever. I know what it is, but I'll let you explain it.
A rainbow baby is a baby that, unfortunately, while you have a baby and it passes away, you guys try again, and if it comes into fruition, you end up having the baby. It's considered a rainbow baby because it's like the sun comes out after the rainbow.
Mm-hmm.
Did I say it right?
It's not a gay baby. Don't worry, it's not a gay baby, a rainbow baby. But my thoughts when I heard this was just like when someone passes. We discussed Nene Leakes a few weeks ago. Her husband passed this summer. She's already dating. This was last year, back in December, November. We discussed it. We asked the question: is it too soon? The same thing with this. We were talking about it before the show. Is it too soon? You, Melanie, brought up, well, no, it's a rainbow baby, but bro, maybe like sometimes you got to look at the signs and maybe God took away because I don't know. That's
I
just
don't.
my
At this point, I just feel like
perspective.
it's. I think he's. I don't know if he's doing it for entertainment or he's doing it because he genuinely loves
He,
kids. But like, I don't know Nick Cannon personally, and I can't tell if he's actually busy working and not spending time with his kids, or he's just having more kids just to like be a little bit egotistical and keep carrying the Cannon last name.
I think that's it. He wants to carry a legacy.
What sign is he?
Libra.
Mm.
Yeah. But but yeah. So congrats to Nick Cannon. I mean, Circle Friends. What do you guys think? Is it too soon to Is it too soon to have produce another kid, especially when you just lost one?
Someone said he's about to be the next. He's about to be the next Eddie Murphy for real. Eddie Murphy got like 10 kids.
Oh, Eddie Murphy does have mad kids, and one of them is with Scary Spice, Melanie B.
Yeah.
One of them is with Scary Spice.
I forgot her name. Phoenix,
Sahara
or something.
Phoenix, something like that. Yeah, she has one from a previous daughter, Scary Spice, marriage relationship. But yeah, so congrats to Nick Cannon as well. And Rihanna, very excited for Rihanna. But with that said, I'm telling you right now, Rihanna, the Navy, do not expect. What does this mean, Melody, for you? After I give this little speech, what do you think? What do you expect from Rihanna after this? Because we've been a lot. Well, me myself, but the Navy's been wanting an album hard to the point that they like Rihanna has to get disrespectful on the red carpet when people ask about an album. I personally think with this pregnancy announcement, don't expect the Rihanna album at least for 5 more years. That's my opinion.
Listen, I love Britney more than I love Rihanna, and I don't expect Britney Spears to come out with an album just because she's free. I mean, I do love Rihanna's music, but to be honest with you, I don't think that I think she's doing a lot better. She's more successful at her beauty company, and I think whatever else, and the Savage Fenty and the lingerie and stuff.
Love her.
So I feel like after a while, she's probably like, I don't want to sing anymore. I don't want to do I don't want to do music. So I'm going to branch out and do this. So I don't think people should be mad. If she doesn't want to do it, she shouldn't have to. I'm fine with her catalog. And to be honest, she has a good catalog, but like Rihanna only has like, I feel like her songs, honestly, are hit or miss because like you have Work is a good song, and Bitch Better Have My Money, that's a bop. But then you have Umbrella, Ella, like no.
And that was huge. No, that was huge. That was a huge song for her. Though.
That's a huge song. I know that, but did I personally like it? Do you see me jumping in the club singing to that? No. Is that a song that I play in my Apple Music right now? No. A lot of Please Don't Stop the Music. It was very
I love that
poppy.
Song.
Says a lot about you.
Why? What does it say? I love a Michael Jackson sample.
I think I'm like an acquired taste. I'm older now. I don't want to be listening to that type of shit. Like, and listening to like, come Mr. DJ, what the Ponda
Replay. Her first hit ever. Yeah, her first song.
No, I'm good. Like Rihanna, you did your thing, girl. Golf claps. I don't need any more music from you. I don't.
Would you rather take more new music from her or Beyonce? I just had to ask that question, throw it out there. For the Beyonce, the Beehive that may be listening to us.
I say Beyonce because Beyonce hasn't mastered anything else. Like she's had, like fashion-wise, she did what? House of Darion. Where did that go? Music. I mean,
wait a minute. She does have a the partnership
Ivy Park.
Ivy Park. Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. Athleisure. I'm not wearing athleisure all the time, but I think Beyonce has better bops. I feel. Well, she did once in a while, but that last Lion King, I was just like, what the fuck is this?
That's where we're different. I think Rihanna has a better catalog than Beyonce. And that's that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, Beyonce's the better singer, but Rihanna has a better catalog. We want
Right.
to hear from you, Circle Friends, in the comments out there, or hit us up if you're listening. Let us know on our Instagram, Facebook. Who do you guys think have the better catalog, Rihanna or Beyonce? But moving on, don't expect the new music from Rihanna. Keep buying those panties and boxers. Um, let's move on to something that actually you kind of ripped them when we discussed this weekend. Actor John, since I was
Leguizamo.
little,
Leguizamo.
Leguizamo. I wanted to say Luguziano. Um, actually did an interview recently where he admitted that for years, back in his prime, for years he stayed out of the sun so he won't get dark and remain light. Now, when I first heard the red line and just read the excerpt, I'm like, wait a minute. You don't want to get darker? But then I read the extent of the whole interview, and I'm like, I get it. You kind of had some strong feelings about it, so I want to pick your brain about how you feel about John, and then I read the article, so then I'll give my take on why I understand he did it, and he's basically sharing it too.
I know that Tu Wong Fu is one of your favorite movies of all time, and I know he was in that movie. But I don't care for John Leguizamo. Like I feel like he's always like trying to rep a different ethnicity than what he is. Apparently, he has the same birthday as my mom, but he's of Colombian descent. But he's said in interviews previously that he's Puerto Rican as well, just so he can get like roles where there's like, I guess, like a Puerto Rican actor or whatever. And then he's also said that he's Lebanese, so he could get roles like Middle Eastern movies or like, yeah, I don't know. I've always like felt that he was corny to me, so I don't know how to feel about that. And him saying now that he's stayed like out of the sun, he doesn't even look like he can tan.
I can see he's that Spanish guy with his skin, where he gets like a gold, like a yellow kind of gold. I can see it. Now, in the interview, he went on to say that he did that to land Hollywood roles because he was finding it hard um, to land roles in Hollywood. You know what I mean? So I kind of get that, um, especially back in the '90s, man. Like that's when he was at his height, like '90s. Like I get it. Things were tougher back in the days and less progressive as we are now. Like now everything's like, crazy and haywire. That's a different story. But I definitely get why he felt the need he had to do that. Now, would you per se like do that? Would you sacrifice for a job, whether it's acting or whatever it is? Like, would you sacrifice something your moral compass, whether it's your skin color or your hair, whatever? Do you see yourself doing something like that?
It depends what it is. Like if I mean, I also don't want to be cultural appropriating either. Like I'm not gonna be rocking an afro just because I want a role to play like someone of color. Like you can have natural hair and you don't need to have an afro. As term in terms of like darkening or lightening my skin color, you're asking the wrong person because I love me a tan. And my name is Melanie, which means tan in Greek. So
Well, I did not know El Encanto, real quick, that new hit Disney movie El Encanto. I did not know John voiced Bruno. We
I
don't talk
haven't
about
watched that
Bruno.
movie. I heard it's good, but I heard that Moana is better.
I haven't watched it either, but all I know is that we don't talk about Bruno. That's a saying, I guess. It's a song. It must
Right.
be part of the movie. It's part of the movie, and it's like catching on online. Like, oh, we don't talk about Bruno. I've seen a lot
I
of
guess.
adults post about it.
Yeah. I don't know. I know that lightening your skin is like a big thing in the Caribbean and staying
Little
out of the sun.
Kim,
Oh,
Nicki Minaj,
Sammy
continue.
Sosa. We can't
Sammy
we can't
Sosa.
hello. Like, yeah. Sammy Sosa is a prime example. That nigga he looks disgusting. He's not even white. He's like, I don't even know. And I can say whatever the fuck I want because I'm Dominican, but we don't claim him.
Well, listen. Speaking of saying whatever we want, I don't. Have you heard this whole Whoopi Goldberg?
Yeah, she's a fucking idiot. She
You
you're
think
like
so?
Whoopi. Let me tell you something about Whoopi Goldberg. Whoopi Goldberg has put down black people, her own people. She's put them down, and she's like, I only date white men. And for years, she's only dated white men, which I found crazy because I always thought she was a lesbian. But anyway,
Me too.
for her to
Growing up,
say
I thought she was.
anything, for her to say that the Holocaust wasn't about race, what is wrong with these fucking people saying things about the Holocaust like they know? Like, that doesn't make sense. Just like Kanye said slavery was a choice.
Mm.
I just I don't know. I think that that was stupid on her part, and she's made a lot of comments in the past, and like people are like, "Oh, she's a comedian, slap her on the wrist is fine." But like for you to say that about Jews, you're screwed.
All right. Well, she got suspended from the View for 2 weeks. I feel bad. I do like Whoopi, and I don't
You
know.
know
I
why
feel
they
like,
didn't boo her out? Why? Because she brings in numbers to the View. She brings in numbers.
but you know what? If I was Whoopi, the legendary status that she is, besides the View, because remember she was someone before the View. Someone suspends me, bye, bitch. I quit. She has money. You know what I mean? Us nowadays, so easy. We be really easy.
She's
Goodbye
still
to that
making
job.
she's
Like,
still making for color girls money.
so
Mm-mm.
it's like, I hope she comes back because the thing is, her fellow co-host did try to pull her out of that moment where she was making a full, like,
Who was
diarrhea
it?
at the mouth. A
Joy
few of them.
Behar?
Yeah, they tried to kind of like, when someone tried to be like, yo, girl, like, here's a little, like a little rope. Come on, I'm trying to pull you out. But I don't know. But do you think it was warranted for her to get suspended for 2 weeks? Well, on the same show, The View, we have a lot of trumpets. In the past, I have made crazy, outlandish comments. The Elizabeth Hasselbacks, et cetera, et cetera. Um, did we see them get suspended? You know what I mean? So do you think it's fair that she got suspended for 2 weeks? Like, what's your take on
I
that?
I rather her get suspended and have a job to come back to than her not have a job at all. I want to read what she said, but she said, and I quote, "The Holocaust isn't about race. No, it's not about race. It's about man's inhumanity to man." I mean, what she said wasn't, she acknowledged that it was wrong and it was inhumane of a person to do that to another person, but I think also I kind of see where she's coming from in a sense because it's like being Jewish is not a race.
Listen, I don't want to get deep into this, but Hitler, from what I know, anyone who wasn't blue eyes,
Yeah,
blonde hair, so I can see
Anglo-Saxon.
why she's saying it wasn't about race because it was about a certain also look. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm trying not to say the wrong thing because I don't want us to get canceled and shit. But like, it's just a little scary to me that like if we say the wrong thing or maybe it comes off the wrong way because in our heads the way we form, like
I would love to hear what Andy Cohen has to say
we're
about this
getting
because he's
suspended and
Jewish.
fired nowadays, and it's just
No, but
crazy.
like as long as we acknowledge the fact that the Holocaust happened, it was disgusting and fucked up for that to happen to 6 million people, then at the end of the day, that's all that matters. It trumps anything else that anyone says. But I feel like I think in her mind she felt like I think she was comparing the Holocaust to what's happening, like what's happened in America with the civil rights movement, with like blacks and whites and the segregation. Now that is a race issue. But I feel like what she was trying to say was the Holocaust isn't a race issue because it was a type of ethnic religion, I guess, or
Mm.
ethnic group that was basically persecuted. So, I mean, the way she said it was probably wrong, and I know that she said she also feels like humiliated and ashamed for saying it, but also like I feel it's hard. This is why I would never want to be in fucking live TV or be in a show, even though I'm on this fucking platform right now.
Listen,
Because
and God willing,
some
we
things
may
you
be on other
say,
things.
I'll be behind the scenes, child. I'll be your manager.
No, no,
Um,
no. You know what I'm talking about. We're not gonna say that. But if that comes to
uh,
fruition, you're there. I'm gonna pull you like a no, bitch. We're going. You're coming. But
you're gonna
moving
pull me
on.
the way I pulled Gizmo to
Yep.
go use the bathroom outside.
Yep. You gonna be there.
What can I say? I'm the MVP. But listen, at the end of the day, it sucks that that happened to her, and I hope that she learned her lesson because she can't be so loose lipped, especially
Yeah.
in today's society. But I don't think that she meant it in a bad, malicious way. I just think that Whoopi, I think she has that old school mentality where she could say shit out of her ass and like it's haha funny or yeah, it's cool because Whoopi said it. Like, no, stop.
Well, listen. Meanwhile, we still have Joe Rogan, going on about his
Oh
life
my
with no
god, what a
topics,
fucking weirdo.
and we have Whoopi out here getting suspended. So that kind of bothers me because I always liked Whoopi, but
I have a random question. I've heard of Joe Rogan like lately a lot, and anyone in the comments, I know Joe is watching, but like anyone know like is he the guy that was in
Fear
that
Factor.
he
He
yes,
hosted
was
Fear
he like
Factor.
the
Yes.
host?
Yeah.
How
That's
you
him.
go from being a host of Fear Factor with people eating fucking bugs and shit to now like being like hella Republican, super Trumpy, mad weird? Like I don't get it.
He said something recently about Trent. I can't quote. I seen it, and I wasn't.
Like
We didn't mean to talk about this exactly, but since we're talking about him, he mentioned something about trans, something about the world. But someone then posted under his comments, but this is the same guy who's taking hormones, juicing.
oh, wait. He said Joe Rogan, who is literally on testosterone, says trans
There you
people
go.
will cause societal collapse.
Hmm.
Why is he on testosterone? He's a man.
Steroids. They
Mm-mm.
call
When
steroids
someone is
testosterone.
so, oh, is that what they call them?
That's another word.
Wow.
Testosterone shots. Yeah, steroids.
At,
I mean, correct me if
ugh.
I'm wrong. Anyone who knows about this, but yeah, I believe
No
it.
one's gonna admit to doing juice. When someone is so attracted to the idea that they were born in the wrong body, he
Yeah,
said
steroids.
means all sorts of things. For some reason, mentioning that he knew an autistic child in Toronto before claiming, yeah, he's a fucking weirdo. I think,
Mhm.
I don't know.
Listen, but that's the thing. That's what pisses me off. We still have motherfuckers like him running around amok, but we got Whoopi Goldberg getting suspended for 2 weeks. But
He's
anyways,
white,
moving on.
she's black. This is America.
This is America. Um, but moving on to Kanye and Pete Wentz and the whole saga with the Kim Kardashian. So what's the latest with that? And
Yo, is
what's
her
going on
ass
in
that
Kanye's
good
world?
that people are fighting for it? Like, I seen the tape. I don't see it. Like, I don't see anything extravagant. Like, I don't see her shit doesn't look sensational to me.
But
I've
what's
seen her
going on?
lips.
But what's the latest with what's going on now with in the Kanye world with
Um,
Pete Wentz?
I did. Apparently, Kanye put out a rumor that Pete Wentz has AIDS. Did you hear about that?
I
If that's the case,
seen
he's that's fucking
I did see
disgusting.
in multiple different outlets that he said that. That he's like putting out a rumor that he has AIDS. Some other news outlets. Again, you can't believe it because everyone's gonna. It's like
Kanye is
telephone
so
game.
stupid. Kanye is like the type of person that picks on people that know, like either can't fight back or like won't acknowledge him.
Well,
Like
listen,
you try to pick a fight with Jay-Z. Jay-Z did not was not having that shit. Didn't acknowledge him or anything.
Jay will fuck
What
him up.
he tried to have a fight with Drake. Drake basically shut that shit down, and now they're up each other's asses. And now he's doing it with Pete Davidson. And the thing with Pete Davidson is like he's a manic depressive. He suffers from depression. He takes pills for that. He has a lot of issues.
Says a lot about Kim Kardashian. She likes the boys that
She's
she wants to fix
no, she's
or
a
something.
rescuer. I could relate. But my thing with Kanye is like he's so petty. It's so fucking corny. Like
Yeah,
you're a
but for
grown
you
ass
to
man.
come out
Stop.
here and be outed, well, not even outed because this is allegedly, this is not true. It's just spreading rumors. But true or not, for you to sit out there, how shameful
And
you
put
are.
personal people's business.
If the
Oh,
personal
this
people's
sounds so
business,
familiar.
exactly, put personal people's business out there because you're feeling some type of little petty ass way. Grow the fuck up, you fucking shrimp. You don't do shit like that, and you belong in the same class that other people belong in. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not cool for you to do that because you're upset or you feel butthurt about something. And that goes for anyone out there that wants to be doing that to people. You have a special place for you, you fucking idiots. Like, that is not cool. You're stigmatizing gay people as well, period, for doing that. Like, that, like, when I heard about that, I'm like, Kanye has dug a new, deeper hole when, and in my eyes. Because I'm already iffy about his ass. But
Yeah.
we'll stay tuned to this. But Kim Kardashian, she sure does know how to pick them. Kanye's just mad most likely that Pete Wentz, a white boy, has a bigger dick than him. Because I'm sure Pete Wentz has a longer dick than Kanye. I'll bet my bottom dollar, and I'll leave it at that. I will leave it at that. But moving on to happier and bigger things. Well, not happier and bigger things. It depends on the thing. I don't know if you guys seen the Janet Jackson documentary that came out this past Friday, and it aired 2 parts, 2 hours, both Friday and Saturday on A&E and Lifetime. Um, but as you see, we're repping our Janet shirt. We have to help us talk about this momentous occasion and what went down in our individual takes of what we thought about the documentary.
It's
One
Janet
of our
herself.
is Janet herself, our special and OG. Welcome back. What's up? What's up,
Hey,
Sean? Welcome back to the inner
how
circle.
you doing?
I'm good. Happy New Year. And I say that not being
Yes,
sarcastic.
I
Yesterday was literally
know.
a new the Chinese Lunar New Year. So what's up? How are you?
I'm doing good. Just chilling, being
Lift
me.
lift your titties up so they can see.
Yes,
Rep of Janet Jackson.
yes. Hmm.
The Janet Jackson crew is here now. Okay, so let's get into it. We want to talk Janet. We've been talking about since last year when we found out that this documentary was going to come out. What's your take? What's your take, Melody? We'll start with you ladies first. What was your take on this documentary?
Honestly, I feel like I have more questions. I had questions before I watched it. I have more questions after. And I feel like who the fuck produced this freaking documentary? Because the vibe
Janet
that I
and
got,
Randy.
yes,
Other
well, they
people,
fucked
but
up.
Janet and Randy.
They fucked it up because the vibe that I got when they initially started was like they're gonna do a rundown, they're gonna talk about what happened, blah blah blah. Like they're gonna go deep. They didn't acknowledge the Super Bowl thing. They never even explained how it happened or why it happened. Um, they she like spoke about her relationships, which we all knew. She chooses people that have issues, but like
Well,
I don't.
go ahead. Sorry.
She has daddy issues. She chooses guys that control her or like have, I don't know, made her put her in a place of naiveness or innocentness. Um, I don't know. I liked it and I enjoyed it. And she's black. She's the original Black Girl Magic. And I've always loved Janet Jackson because she's always made people, especially females of color, feel like they can be sexy too. It's not just a blonde bimbo up there that can do it. But I don't know. That documentary, it didn't really answer any questions for me.
What do you feel, Sean? What did you take out of it? What was your any
See,
defining
I
moment?
I had a different take on it. It was like really you could tell it was like Janet's point of view. This is what Janet wanted to talk about, and the Super Bowl. It was an accident. She knew it was an accident. You all knew it was an accident.
That,
There
but
was
how is it an
no,
accident?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
you knew your nipple was exposed, and he knew like to rip it off. Like just say, look, we just wanted to do it as a gimmick, and like we
Whether
thought it
it
would be funny,
whether
but you
it
guys took
was
it
like
wrong.
whether it was like planned or not planned, but it wasn't planned for the nipple to come out. The plan was never for the whole nipple to come out. Wherever plan she had,
That was a
that
cheap ass
that was
bra.
not the plan. That was not the plan. And it was accident. She was done talking about it. She didn't want to talk about it no more. It was a big. She would never do that. Everybody knows she'd never do that. If you can tell, like, her becoming more sexual wasn't her idea. It was her husband's
Her then
idea.
husband at the time,
Yeah.
Rodney
Yeah.
Elizondo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
he's oversexed.
Now, with that said, there was a few things. Okay,
And
go ahead.
I-
Sean.
also, what I like, it really showed like how it gave me a different point of view of the father, because all the documentaries I watched about the father, they made him seem like such a horrible like father, like just like pushing them. Like he's all about the money and stuff like that. He made him seem like he was like a Ike Turner, but of the Michael Jackson type of thing. But it showed like they had a different. Their relationship was actually different. And actually, Michael actually was like towards the end of his life was actually talking to his father and his mother, and they were all together and stuff.
It's sad to hear that he died in Vegas, because that's where we met him, Charlie.
Yeah, we met Joe Jackson. I have a
in
picture
the airport.
with him. Yeah, Melanie met him too. You and I were flying back out to wherever we were going back to New York. And yeah, we met him. We met Joe freaking Jackson, like the guy who fucking made Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson. Like, that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I would never forget that.
I will say one thing that I did enjoy, as much as people give him shit, and I don't give a fuck. I love him to death. My Aquarius brother, Justin Timberlake. I feel like a lot of people wanted to make him the perpetrator and make him look like the bad guy, but I genuinely think that he felt really bad, being that he called her and wanted to take
and she
blame.
was just like, no, don't say nothing.
And when he got invited to do the Super Bowl again, he asked her to come on as his guest, and she declined because she didn't want to deal with CBS. But like anyone else that didn't want to admit responsibility or anything, they wouldn't have done that. They would have just been like, oh well, she got it. Oh well, that's not my problem. So I think that a lot of people
no, the whole story is she apologized once before, and they wanted her to grovel and apologize again.
Yeah.
To the owner and pay.
Let's move.
And it's like, she's doing all this other jumping through all these hoops.
Yep.
Yeah,
what? If you don't accept my first apology, then why am I gonna go? I'm not gonna grovel.
Yeah, Les Moonves is an egomaniac, egotistical bastard, and look at how karma came to not knocking at his door a few years ago, where he stepped down as the president or whatever the hell he was from CBS. So funny how karma came knocking on your door, you asshole. Mm-hmm. But my take on Janet Jackson's thing, real quick. I love Janet. Listen, I had some moments especially being in Jamaica while watching this. I have some moments because Janet Jackson's a tourist, like my mom, and I know I'm not everyone's into astrology or whatever, but there were some key points and key moments that she said that made me emotional. That I felt like I was watching that, and through Janet, it was like a message sent through me through my mom. It was just certain things of how Janet spoke about the last time she was with her father. It's just certain things that just made me cry, tear up and cry some tears, but tears of joy, because it felt like I was getting a message through some of the things she was saying, as corny as it sounds. So I enjoyed aspects of that. It was like a roller coaster. I enjoyed that because I feel like I was getting things. But then there was moments I feel like I have questions still answered. I felt like a little the cup wasn't all the way filled for me. I still have questions. She did not talk about her billionaire. She didn't talk about her baby daddy, first of all. Her billionaire ex-husband. She didn't talk about him.
I think that was just.
Listen, but the thing is,
it was just so new, and I feel like they have something
still going on.
no, some kind of clause where
maybe. But my thing is
because
like
she's never really mentioned it. Even in interviews, she never mentioned him.
one of the revealing things for me that was like whoa was when she spoke about DeBarge. What's his whole name?
James DeBarge.
James DeBarge.
Yeah.
And
Oh
their
my God.
relationship and what she went through with that. I was shocked and surprised.
Let
by
me tell
that.
you something. Let me tell you something about the DeBarge family because I love DeBarge. That family could have gone places. They could have been like the Jacksons, and they were actually like almost up there with the Jacksons. But people talk shit about Joe Jackson. The father of the DeBarge family was a million times worse. He molested the kids. He gave them drugs. He took all their money. Like it was bad. And that's why they all did drugs too, because they obviously dealt with this growing up, and they were in a sexually abusive, verbally, physically abusive family. And yeah, so I'm not surprised when she said that she got left in a hotel for hours and
Their
hours and
marriage, their
hours.
first night of marriage, their thing of
The
marriage.
first
yeah.
night of marriage, I'm not surprised because obviously he's gonna do drugs. Just the anxiety of knowing like I have to perform with her, and the only time I have sex is with my basically with his father. Like he's been sexually abused. So I'm not surprised, but that is fucking sad. If you
Yo,
read about the DeBarge family, you'll see like it's horrible.
well, to focus on her, I was surprised that she was like, and she said it. She had, and you said it earlier too. She had a thing for men with issues that like drugs to try to save them. She admitted that, and to me, I was like, that was a big out of the document, out of the 4 hours. That was a moment where I was like, whoa, whoa. Um, then the relationship with Renee Elizondo was explored as well. Where I felt I was like, he's a little controlling. I see what they I seen that, but I also heard of that because after she divorced him, it's like you kind of knew about that. The Jermaine Dupri thing, I was surprised that little.
I love
your
them
ugly
together.
ass cheated. Your ugly ass.
It goes to show,
cheated.
even the
Wait,
ugly
really
men
quick,
are out here running
Charlie.
amok. No one's safe.
Mm.
Go ahead, girl.
Charlie, doesn't he remind you of Dennis McKinley? Like all those Atlanta guys are all fucking players. Bitch, I kept looking at him and I was like, yo, he reminds me of Dennis McKinley.
Dennis at least is tall.
But you have
Rounders,
this
but tall.
you have this fine ass woman who's independent, smart, makes her own money, and like down for you, down for your midget ass, and you're over here playing her, cheating on her because women were attracted to the fact that I was with Janet. Duh, like they want to be up your ass and they want to be able to throw it out there and say, "Hey, I was with this guy who's actually dating Janet Jackson."
Yeah.
Oh, guys are so dumb.
So he said
Sorry,
it, yeah,
guys in the comments.
He said it. He was like, "Yeah, I never got this attention before," and I'm like, "Throw out your insecurities. Let's show the world how insecure you were. That because you were dating Janet, you finally started getting this attention." Like,
What an idiot.
that sent me that part too. I'm like this fucking rat, little rat at that.
And I just love the relationship between her and Michael. And
but you know what? Oh,
I hated that like during Scream, like she wanted it to be like,
that was weird.
like
That's
a coming together type of thing, and the
record
record labels made it like a competition.
Yep.
Well, that's what happens
But
when you have people around you.
If you was listening to like the footage of him talking to her in the background about the song, he's like, oh, I want that Black Cat energy. I'm like, wow, he really listened to her albums, and it was like, I want this song to kind of be like Black Cat. That song, Black Cat.
You noticed that he cursed. You noticed that he cursed, and she was like effing, like she wouldn't curse too. God, she's so like demure.
But really quick, while we're on Michael and Janet's story, another shock point was that she, and a lot of people I'm sure don't know this because it was a surprise to me, she lost her Coca-Cola deal that she had. We know that Michael Jackson had his Pepsi deal, and he got paid for his Pepsi deal. But poor Janet was working on her Coca-Cola deal, and lost it because then the allegations, the first round of allegations with Michael Jackson, the whole molestation thing came out back then. So she lost the deal because of what was going on with Michael. So I felt
That's
for that
probably
too.
what. That's probably
She
what
suffered a lot
what
because of
pushed
what
them
Michael
away
was
from each
going
other.
through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but that's another thing. I think that's what drove a wedge between them too.
Yeah.
And for Brian who's asking if it's on Hulu, it's not on Hulu. It's on A&E and the
And
Lifetime
Lifetime.
channel. But if you don't have those channels like me, go on Twitter. Is it on Twitter that I found it? Actually, you can go on A&E's
It's on
the
Prime
website.
if you pay for
Yeah, you
A&E.
can go on the website too, and it's free.
But yeah,
But I'm glad I saw it. I mean, it was great to see someone. It was very nostalgic to see someone
yeah,
from our childhood.
yeah.
As much as I wish there were more questions
I
that they
wanted more.
answered,
I felt like I
me too.
needed a little more.
4 parts. It was like I
And
saw.
that little tease of a new album.
They did the T. Well, yeah, I heard the T, like the song thing, but overall, like and
Black Diamond.
really quick, Sean, and to Melanie, because we brought up Justin Timberlake as well. What I also took away from this is Janet Jackson's a fucking class act. She is classy because she could have used this moment to be like, yeah, Justin did me wrong, blah blah blah. Because listen, we already seen the Hulu documentaries and New York Times presents that backed her up, and in general, we know like how fucked up it was back then, and like 2000 something when this happened. So much has progressed. We know Les Moonves is a freaking asshole. So the fact that Janet got screwed back then, like we feel for her, and now in a progressive newer world, it's like we're rooting for her. But the fact that she could have taken this chance to like be like, yeah, Justin is a scumbag, but she didn't, and she basically defended him and was like, I told him not to say anything. But I was shocked. I was like, girl, really?
Me too.
Like,
Me too.
really? This is your chance, like at least defend, like something like.
No,
That's all we gonna say.
she'll never do that.
But that goes to show she's a class act. And as much as I wanted more from that, like, give me more of what happened. Whose fault? How did you feel that Justin still went to the Grammys and won a Grammy that night and all this stuff? And yet I wanted to know more. But again, that other part of me was like, yo, she's a classy lady. And I respect that. I respect that.
What's your favorite?
And I did respect that Jermaine Dupri took himself out of the
the board, the board of the Grammys.
Yeah, I respect that too. He stepped down from the board of the Grammys.
Yeah.
The Grammys, wanted to
The
shut
less
her
he
up.
could do, the
Mhm.
least he could do. Shit.
I know, right? After cheating on her. What was he gonna ask Melanie to wrap this up?
I was gonna say to wrap it up, what from the songs that they were talking about, what is your favorite like Janet Jackson song of all time?
Sean, you're the Janet fan, so we'll let you go first.
Well, actually, we don't have to do a song. We could just do album if you want. Album or song?
Okay.
Well, albums and song Control. Especially now that I watched this documentary, because it really her father was proud of her for doing that album Control, and he was really proud that he did that, and they all listened to it, and they all their whole family was proud of her. And because other documentaries made it seem like she had to sneak around and make this album, and she released it, and it was this big thing, controversy in the family. But now you hear it from her, it's oh wow, they were all really, really supportive.
For me, I would have to say the shirt y'all wearing, that album cover, Velvet Rope. I remember being younger. I was 11, 10 when the album, 11 or 12 when the album came out. Again, my mom played a lot of music in the house as well. And I remember having that cassette bootleg. And I loved it from the opening to Velvet Rope. And that was a huge album for her. She had I Get Lonely, a big hit for her. She had On and On, We Seem to Go.
Again.
And Again. I See You Again, which I was listening to that this weekend. And
Together Again.
Together Again. I thought of my mom. That was a great album. That was a big album. A big album for her. So that's my favorite Janet album. Velvet Rope.
Same for me.
Velvet Rope was my favorite. But right now, since we have moving on from Janet Jackson, who we love, since I have you guys both here, let's play a game. Let's play a fun game. I was in Jamaica. I was in Jamaica, and watching this Janet documentary, I still spent my time to watch Janet. While Jamaica, I was thinking I want to play a fun little game of are they Jamaican? So I have some celebrity Jamaicans for you guys and circle friends. If you guys are watching and listening, we want you guys to participate too, and try to guess. I have some artists that I am going to flash on the screen for you guys, and you guys have to guess if these artists, these celebrities, are from Jamaica.
You know I'm a Mariah Carey, and I'll be like, who is that?
Only person I know is
So let's get to it. Fun little game. I want you guys watching, listening with us live to play along. Let's get to the first one. Our first person, are they from Jamaica, man? Naomi Campbell. Are they?
No.
Is she Jamaican or not Jamaican?
Not Jamaican.
She's Jamaican British.
Melanie, you got a point. British. She is Jamaican. She is Jamaican.
She is. Oh.
Jamaican descent. She is. But remember, Britain had Jamaica.
They colonized Jamaica.
Was she born in Jamaica? Was she born in Jamaica or was she born in Britain?
She was born in Britain. She's of Jamaican descent. Her mom is Jamaican, but she was born in the United Kingdom.
Yep. All right.
I didn't have it.
So Naomi Campbell is Jamaica, man. Let's get to the next one. Jesse Williams. Is he Jamaican or not Jamaican?
He fine. I don't know.
I do think.
Yeah, and he's smart.
I don't think he's Jamaican.
Yeah.
And what do you say, Sean?
I say yeah, sure.
He is
Jamaican down there.
Melanie's winning. She has to. He is not Jamaican. Let's get to the next one. Alicia Dixon, formerly from the group Mystique.
Yeah.
She's loud as fuck. She's Jamaican.
Yeah.
All right. Ding, ding, ding.
And the way she be rapping.
Mystique, we coming back again. Loving the music inside your membrane.
I don't know her. I just guess.
You never seen Catwoman, the song So Scandalous?
Janet, remember that song? You're dangerous.
That's
the way you move, Charlie. So scandalous.
That's the song.
No, I know. But I'm trying to sing it for him. He's not gonna just know the title. It's
next.
All about the two.
Melanie, 3 up. Is this the third one?
Let's get to the next one. Sean Paul, baby, is he Jamaican or not Jamaican?
Sean Paul is Jamaican of Portuguese descent.
Yeah, he's like Jamaican.
Sure. You guys are both right. He is Jamaican. Let's get to the next one. Our girl, Miss Riri, is Rihanna Jamaica mom?
No, she's from Barbados.
Barbados. Caribbean.
You guys are both right with that too. She is not Jamaican. Now, the next one, Beanie Siegel.
Yeah, he's
with
Jamaican.
That name. Of course, he's Jamaican with that.
No, he is not Jamaican. That was a nice little one that
I
threw in there just because the name.
He's
from Philadelphia, African American, but not from Jamaica.
I'm sure his background is Jamaican.
Hey, he's a Pisces too. I just found out.
You know what?
Google it if you want.
You're not about to have a Beanie Siegel name and not be Jamaican, but go ahead.
All right, next. Your way to.
Yeah, he's Jamaican.
Sean Kingston.
Sean Kingston.
Oh, Sean Paul. Sean Kingston.
Sean Kingston. I know. They love the name Sean. What do you say, Melanie?
Yeah.
Sean said yes, he is.
Sure. Yes.
Yes, Sean Kingston is Jamaica man. Let's get to Leanne Pinnock from my favorite girl group at the time, Little Mix. Is she Jamaican or not?
She is because her father's Jamaican, I believe. One of them, she's biracial. One of them is Jamaican.
And Sean, you said she is, right?
Yeah.
You guys are both right. Leanne Pinnock is from Jamaican descent. And let's get to our last one. Jason Derulo. Is he Jamaican or not Jamaican man?
Jason Derulo is not Jamaican. He's Haitian.
No. He's not.
All right, so both of you say he is not, and he is not Jamaican. I just had to throw him out there. Just show that picture too. Ooh. All right, well, Melody, you're the winner. You're the winner of our
Like
Are They
usual.
Jamaica Man.
I'm a winner, baby.
Hey, but Sean, we are so thankful for having you on, for you coming on, shooting the shit with us, sharing the Janet thing with us. We love you. We need to see you back again, like always, Sean.
Yeah.
All right. We love you, and we'll see you next time. Say bye to Sean. We'll see you, Sean. Love you.
Bye.
Kiss, bitch.
All right. So that was fun, but now we're gonna move on, and I want to introduce to you guys a new fun segment that we have here at the Inner Circle. Listen, we're only getting older, right? And we just, living on nostalgia, living on the past. Although we have to think about the future, we can't live in the past always. But it's good to just ruminate and reminisce, no? So the year is our new segment that we're introducing, where we're going to tackle a year and talk about everything that went down that year, the good, the bad, the ugly, everything we remember. And this year, the year is we gonna party like it's
What do you like it? 1999.
1999.
Who
There
sings
you go.
that?
Prince.
Good job.
Duh. So the year is 1999. So let's get into all the nitty gritty good stuff that we remember from 1999. And if Circle Friends, if you guys are watching, listening live, shoot your shit in the comment section and just talk about what you remember in 1999. What made you feel good? What made you say, what the fuck? Comment, share. Melody, let's. What do you remember of 1999?
I remember the VMAs 9999.
Yeah, they did do that.
They had great they had a lot of good performances. I think Jamiroquai performed, and I think The Prodigy performed. You know me and my British acts. I think I remember remember that movie American Beauty? I never seen it. But like that movie was like the
That was
big movie.
huge.
I never saw it.
I seen bits and pieces. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, listen, we're all friends here. We're honest and open. But I'm not gonna lie. There was sex parts that I heard, so I just watched it just to see the sex parts.
You're
and I
such
had
a
to
freak.
Listen, I was. How old was I? 12 years old in 1999. You're coming into your own. So
There was
you're like,
well, me because I'm not a freak. My favorite the movie that I like
Vanilla.
really. That's what you think. Ask about me. Now, the movie that I seen that I really liked, and I was only 10 years old, was She's All That, and that movie came out in 1999 with Rachel Lee Cook. I love her.
She was a big thing back then, like in the late
Uh-huh.
90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
Well, listen. Also in 1999, just this month, in a few weeks, in 1999, February 12th, U.S. President Bill Clinton got acquitted in his impeachment proceedings in the United States Senate. We all know what was going on with that. Should we say more? 1999 also was a huge year for Britney
Movies.
Spears. Yep.
And Britney, of
Britney
course.
Spears. That's when I started falling in love with her. We met Christina Aguilera in 1999. Yes, she came out after Britney Spears that summer. Just had to put that out there. We met Christina in 1999. What else was going on in 1999 that I remember? Wasn't Matrix out that year too?
Yes, Matrix, Tarzan, Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me, The Sixth Sense, and Toy Story 2.
Yeah. Oh my God! Like that is crazy.
I know.
The Sixth Sense was
those are
such
all
a
good
freaking
movies.
huge movie. I see dead people. Today's kids will never know. I see dead people. Amazing.
The American Pie came out and The Mummy came out in 1999. But music-wise, guess what song came out that is it's a karaoke staple.
Living La Vida Loca.
No, you don't sing that in karaoke.
Yes, people
Think
do.
it's a boy band. Think of a boy band.
I Wanted That way back. Boys.
Yes. That came out.
Yes, that was a huge hit that year.
Another
Living
one.
La Vida Loca, the Latin explosion that year too.
Yes, but another one was No Scrubs.
TLC No Scrubs.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was 99. My first concert ever was in 1999. My mom got me tickets to see TLC that fall for the fan mail tour. So that was nice. 1999. Wow, look at us. I love this segment. I love this fucking segment. We're going back. Yeah, I got
there's
tickets.
A couple of one-hit wonders that came out. Mambo number 5. That's
Mambo
my
number
shit
5.
to this day.
I still
be. You know he's German. I thought he was like white. I thought he was like black from like wherever.
I thought he was Cubano. Like I thought he was Latin. With that
and the song from Eiffel 65, Blue. I used to go to
I'm not surprised you like that
DZ Discovery Zone, and they used to always play that song. That was my shit. What else?
Gina Bottle that year came out.
Do you remember the toys that came out in 1999? I used to collect these.
Go ahead. I was outgrowing to it. Oh, Furbies. And the Teletubbies were fucking huge in 1999. And the controversy with the purple Teletubby being gay, I remember that was a big thing in 1999.
The nostalgia.
We watched Spice World. Oh, yeah, that's true. That is totally true. But that was like a little 98. Like the lollipops with the Spice Girl stickers. Remember that? I don't know if they had
those all the time.
And the gums with the Spice Girls.
Funny story: the bodega in my old neighborhood, they still have the stickers in the glass that they have. Yeah, I was like, oh my god, and I took a picture. I wanted to scrape it off, but you cannot.
The Spice World came out in 98, though. Oh no, the Spice World came out in 98, 97, 98. Yeah. But 99.
Slim Shady came out.
Eminem, we got introduced to Eminem in 1999. Ricky Martin, the Latin explosion, started going on. If we feel like the Latins are ruling shit now, which I'm so that I love to see, but back then it was the first taste of like Latinos breaking into the mainstream in the States. The Jennifer Lopez, If You Had My Love, that was the first year the Ricky Martins. And other people that tried. Mark Anthony, I Need to Know. I love his first English album he released in 1999. Enrique Iglesias. Wait, Bailamos came out in 2000 or 99?
Probably I think it came out in 2000 because I don't see anything about it. But quick facts from 1999. The top song was Smooth by Santana with Rob Thomas.
So fucking much.
The most famous person in America at the time in 1999 was probably Bill Gates. And notable books that came out, like the top book of 1999 was Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
There was no movies yet. It was just the books first,
The book, yeah. The book came first, sweetie, and then the movie. The hottest fashions and the hottest hotties and fashion. Ooh, not the fashion.
I remember. No, say the fashions, please. I remember the fashions.
No, fashion icons. It was Giselle Bundchen, Angelina Jolie, Salma Hayek, Jennifer Love Hewitt, Shania Twain, Denise Richards, Rebecca Romaine, and Heidi Klum. And then the leading men in Hollywood hunks, David Beckham,
black girls in there.
Christian Bale, Justin Timberlake, and George Clooney.
There was a colored man in there. Justin Timberlake was something in 1999 considered a what? A leading male or?
Leading man and Hollywood hunk. There's just a mix. You know what I found really, really, really strange? Times Person of the Year in 1999 was Jeff Bezos. This bald-headed motherfucker was like out and about since 1999. That's crazy. Well,
he hasn't become Amazon until now. So that's crazy,
that's when Amazon became big too.
No, I never heard of Amazon. So
one thing, well, obviously you can't talk about 1999 without talking about tragedies. Like the biggest tragedy was John F. Kennedy Jr. Like the plane crash with his wife.
Funny story. I was at camp that year. I was at Camp Pioneer, and it became Camp Tommy, and that's the year I met Tommy Hilfiger. And I remember being at camp and hearing like, "Oh my God, John F. Kennedy's plane crash not too far or whatever." So that's crazy that you bring that up. That was while I was at camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I just want to end it with, obviously we talked about Tarzan being a big movie in 1999. So you know
Biggest
the
Disney
song
movie.
Phil Collins did like the soundtrack, the song "You'll Be in My Heart." I can listen to that song a million times. I fucking love that song. I start boohoo crying after I hear it. Anyway, Phil Collins sang all his own songs in the Spanish, French, Italian, and German translations of the soundtrack. He's like, yeah, he's pretty dope. So yeah, 1999 was an epic year. I was only 10 years old. You were what, 13?
I was
13.
I turned 13 in 1999, February 27th.
27. I turned 10, February 17.
13, yeah. Yeah. Wait. No. Did I
Yes.
turn 13? Yes, I did turn 13 in 1999.
86.
Oh, and Pink. And Pink also came out that year too. Because I remember my mom. No, lies. That's 2000. Okay, enough. So this was fun. Definitely, we're gonna be asking you guys, our circle friends, y'all take on what years to take because y'all in it with us. Like y'all live this shit, and we want to experience it again with you guys. No, oh, okay. So Flex says soundtracks. Melanie, real quick, could you pull up because back in 1999, soundtracks were a big thing. Listen, 98, 99, 2000, back in the early 2000s and the 90s, soundtracks were big. There were some soundtracks that were bigger, huge hits than actual albums. Titanic, when Titanic came out, that was a huge soundtrack because that damn song "My Love Will Go On." Um, Soundtracks were a huge thing back in the late 90s, early 2000s. So
So,
tell us some of the big soundtracks of that year.
American Beauty, which was a good one. Back to the Future, the trilogy. Batman Beyond. Blue Streak. That was a
In
good movie.
99?
Yeah. Let me see.
All right.
Yeah, it was in 99. These are all, there was 83. There was about 83. End of Days. Oh my god, I love that movie. I saw that with my siblings. Cruel Intentions.
Ooh, that Street Symphony. That's such a good song.
That was my alarm clock in college.
Street Symphony. Cool Intentions. Check it out. That's a great movie. That's a
The
great
Incredible Hulk came out in 1999. The Mamma Mia original cast recording came out in 1999. The Matrix, the soundtrack came out then. The Matrix, like, was what movie was it that they had the song with POD?
That had
Flex,
to be the part 2 or part
Christian.
3. That had to do.
I love that
POD
song.
didn't come out to like 2000, so it either had to be. Yeah, most likely it was part 3, 2003.
And then Pokemon, the first movie, the soundtrack came out in 99. And Next Friday, The Mummy. Yeah. There's a lot of good.
I remember Pokemon, the first movie. I had that soundtrack because Emma Bunton had a song on it, and I remember I wanted the soundtrack just because Emma Bunton had a song.
So this is not a soundtrack, but I had this album, the WWF Music Volume 4, and it had all the wrestling like entrance songs. Oh my god, that was my shit. The first one was Chris Jericho, Break the Wall Down. Oh, nostalgia. I wonder what happened to all my
1999.
CDs. Yeah.
Hey, same thing. I have. Listen, I've sold them. Some I still have. Most of the great ones I still have. But anyways, nostalgia at its best. The year was 1999. But let's end it in gratitude. Let's end it in gratitude here at the Inner Circle Podcast. We like to end things, slow things down with what we're grateful for. And I want to end my gratitude. I'll go first. End it with, hey, it's Black History Month. So shout out Black History Month. We are celebrating it. And this person, I wanted to highlight that I'm thankful for because yesterday I went into a rabbit hole of this person is none other than RuPaul Charles. Yes, his last name is really Charles. I wanted to highlight him because since I was a little kid, I was exposed to RuPaul by my parents, whether it was them watching videos or a movie he was in, whatever it was. I was exposed to him since I was a little kid in Puerto Rico, and I've always been like enchanted by RuPaul and what he's brought out there, from like everything from him starting back as a club boy, club days, to the legacy he's leaving, what he's done, and building people drag queens and giving them jobs because before drag queens weren't that prominent and mainstream and popular. RuPaul has done that, and RuPaul gets a lot of flack. Listen, you're not for everyone, and you can't win everyone over. But I've heard RuPaul get flack by he's not black enough, or he's not this enough, or yeah, he
Right.
doesn't rep for the blacks enough. Listen, I follow him since I was a young kid, and everything from his TV talk shows. He's always rep. He loves his black. Trust me. If you really listen to his music, he loves his black people. He loves repping for his blacks and and what he is. I just love RuPaul, and I'm thankful for RuPaul because I mirror of everything I want to be and like do like RuPaul. Like I want to do so much like him. I want to oversaturate shit. And he's an inspiration. He's always been an inspiration to me since a little kid, to my adult ass now. So I am thankful for RuPaul. And we kick off Black History Month, and I had to just highlight him because I feel like he doesn't get enough love, or nowadays he gets a lot of flack. But he has done his shit out there, and if you guys haven't seen or want to know more on YouTube, there's A&E behind the things on him that you guys can definitely check out. I'm thankful for RuPaul and hope to meet him one day. I know we will love each other. Melanie?
Well, I don't have a person that I'm thankful for. I'm actually thankful for the month of February because the month of February, not only does it bring my birthday, it brings your birthday. And usually, when our birthdays come around, we plan on doing something major. And we're getting older. Hopefully, this year we can celebrate it better than we did last year.
Seems like
So
things
we'll
are
see.
going that way. We'll see.
We'll see. We shall see.
We shall
But
see.
so once February is a short month, then March comes, then April, and then it's the summertime. I'm like rushing ahead, but I'm just very optimistic. So yes.
Yeah, so that's what we're thankful for. Now, listen, guys, if you guys want to, um, you guys, well, first of all, stay tuned. Let me tell you guys where you guys can catch us. You guys can catch us everywhere here on Facebook, YouTube. Make sure y'all liking right now. Hit that like button, maybe that share button, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. We are also on Instagram, the Inner Circle Podcast. Make sure to catch us there because we have some fun giveaways going on this month. The days of love leading up to Valentine's. It's gonna be some easy giveaways, so stay tuned to our Inner Circle because we're gonna be giving giveaways with some easy contests. Stay tuned for that. Subscribe, Spotify, all the streaming places. We love you guys, and we'll see you guys next week. We are out.
Bye.